Muhammad Ali Virani cleared PMP, and he cleared in a style. Awesome job, Mohit, making sure that he cleared in the first attempt. Ali, it's your journey. Share in a way you want to share.
Thank you, Amir Saab. So, a lot of people are not aware about the fact that I started my journey back in 2021. That was the first time I attended Amir Saab's training sessions, and but I could not continue. Then I resumed again in 2023, and this time I could not continue again. So, but 2025, I saw Amir Saab's video message. He has been, trying to engage our all of the aspirants in the WhatsApp group. So he keeps sharing videos, knowledge, information, etc., etc. So I was part of that group since 2021. I saw that video sharing that PMP exam format is going to change. If you are among those individual who attended my sessions have not appeared for exams, I was afraid. And I had that feeling that if it's either now or never. I immediately texted Amir Saab, and this is going to be my third attempt. I texted Amir Saab. He just requested me one single thing. Ali, you are more than welcome to join. However, apply for the exam first, because this is going to be the third time I'm going to let you sit in my training sessions without any charge. Only thing he requested was the screenshot of my exam booking date. I did that right there and then. Guess what? I did not had the money. I arranged it. I don't know how I arranged it. And within 24 hours, I sent him that screenshot. And my journey originally started on that day. From September 10th, I would say, September 1st or September 10th, all the way till November 22nd, until the day I appeared in my exam. I worked at least 2 hours every day. And let me tell you one thing, because a lot of people have this one same excuse: we do not have time. To be very honest, I am the sole breadwinner of my family. I am the head of my family. I have a lot of responsibilities. 9 hours of daily corporate job, and then minimum 7 hours of sleep is one would need, right? You are left with around 6 to 7 hours, right? And then you have to eat, take care of your daily things. I, being that individual who used to be a good student back in the school or college days, even I used to give this same excuse to myself, because when I attempted my first time in 2021, I could not continue. Well, cut the long story short, I did my best. uh, I had to compromise everything that was related to my personal life, my office life. I had to, some days in my office when I had to work less, study more. Somehow I managed to spare time to my studies. Trust me, if you are one of those individuals like me who used to give this excuse that we are short on time, I completely agree with you. But it's all about, prioritizing things in your life. If you prioritize your studies at the top, you will somehow manage to spare time and, study, and will be a PMP like me. I'm just a regular, ordinary person. I do not have any extra IQ. I'm just a regular person. So if you are thinking that, I have some kind of a background, I'm good student, something along those lines, it's all about following the process, following the pathway. When I started, I was zero. I just followed what I was told. Do this, that, etc. If you are among those people who have already attended PMP sessions, I'm sure you are aware about the word Scrum Master. In my case, my Scrum Master was Mohit Malhotra. We used to had that call every other day. What did you do yesterday? What are you going to do today? Are there any roadblocks? That call, at quite a few times that call was annoying. And for the obvious reasons, right? I was not able to spare times. However, that if you keep interacting with them, just let them know that you have this kind of a problem, and they are going to customize the pathway for you. If I would want to summarize this whole journey, give it a start, stay consistent. You will fall into scenarios where you have unknowns, right? Uncertainties. Anything can happen at any time. Don't worry. It's part of this world. As far as you are alive, this will keep happening. All you have to do, stay patient, stay calm, follow the pathway, and that is it. You are going to be a PMP one fine day. This is all about my journey.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ali. It's a very detailed. Mohit, please go ahead. If you have something to add, you were there for him, please.
One thing I would like to tell about him. My first conversation with him, he was the one, rather than I telling him that I would be doing continuous follow-up with him, he was the one that he who told me that I would be providing you every day, I would be providing you the update after every 24 hours, and which he did. There were few days that's perfectly fine, which he did. And until the last day, he cleared the PMP.
So
So,
that's a motivation that
yes,
okay, it took 3 years, but finally Ali had that and
absolutely.
I'm really happy. Okay, Ali, let's go back to the exam now. Where did you give the exam? Which center was it? How was the center? What did you learn from the center? How did you manage time, if you can, please?
Sir, I would say it's an Arabic thing. Al-Aman al-Hafiz exam was extremely hard
Okay.
beyond my, expertise. What I have been hearing about the first part is going to be that Muhammad Ali's punch. Second would be a bit lighter, and third is going to be the easiest one. For me, it was throughout the same from first to third. I and there is another uncertain, some unfortunate incident happened. There was electricity shutdown at my center. There was no backup. So for 40 minutes, we had to wait for it. We had to pray to our gods that please, do something. I was at my 80th question, and the electricity shut down. So I had to wait for 40 minutes. We had some good tea. We were preparing for plan B if electricity does not restore, what would happen, things like that. At that time, a lot of things were happening in my mind. Anyhow, the format of the exam was exactly the same as the first 60 questions is supposed to be hard, three lines questions. Two are going to be relevant and two are going to be irrelevant. So though I had to pick the best one. In my case, the second part was same three lines question, and third part was unfortunately same three lines question. So for me, first 60, second 60, third 60, everything was same. Time management, I followed, of course, what I was told by Mohit. 80, 85, 70, 75, 70, 75. 5 minutes plus minus.
Mhm.
So I followed that religiously. And time management is a skill that you learn by rehearsing the mocks. The
Mhm.
mock does not only tells you where do you stand, it also tells you that how you are going to react or act when you are in the exam center. Mock has a lot of importance in PMP aspirants, life. Mock will tell you how you are going to manage time. If you have that question, which you are not sure, then the elimination technique thing comes in, right? So yeah, mock is one of the most important key skill I would say that one would have to master in. Time management, you will learn from mocks. How to solve questions in which you are not sure what is the best answer. Mocks will tell you how to, do that. So mocks is like your go-to thing. Follow the process, follow what you are being told. At a lot of times, you'll feel that I am done with mocks. 180 questions, 60, 100, 120. Oh my God, when the mocks are going to get completed, right? But see, I have been working in the software industry for 13 years. I hardly remember when I used last time paper and pen. So I use laptop at all times. This finger of mine, this had that pain by using the laptop at all times. When I go to bed, that was the last time I read. When I, get up in the morning or whatever the time it is, I start reading, I start practicing. So this is how I completed within 2 months of time. It is not a miracle. It is just the hard work. Anyone can do it. I repeat, if you are consistent, regardless of what background you belong, you can do it. Mark my words. And it is absolutely fine if you are, for whatever reason, you are unable to, pass it in the first attempt. Don't worry. It happens. Don't worry. However, there is like less chances of that. But if it happens, worst case, if it happens, don't worry, and just follow whatever instructions you get. You are going to be a PMP very soon.
Thank you. Thank you very much for putting that into the context. So let's talk back into the exam a little bit morally. You said exam was difficult. Can you put some light on that? What was the difficult part in the exam? What was the challenging thing in it?
The whole exam was scenario based. Every single question had at least 3 lines.
Mm,
And one key difference I noticed in the mocks versus what I saw in the exam. The mocks are, because of the fact that designed in a way, however, they are of 3 lines. In the mocks, we see 5 lines. So it's like this much of content.
mm,
But when we go to exams, I'm not sure how PMP designed it. It's that one single big line, and then you have a rest of the part. So it actually converts into 3 lines. That's a difference between our mocks versus, I'm not sure if that really matters. In my case, every single question was scenario based. Every single question, I would not say every single, but let's say 150 out of 180. 150 questions had that two best answers, and I had to pick one. I
mm.
was expecting, maybe my was expectation was not correct. That third part is going to be an easy peasy thing for me. That did not happen. It was as difficult, I would say, as the first part or the second part. So in my case, I could be the unusual case because of that 40 minutes of electricity outage. Not sure what went wrong, but yeah, this is what it is.
Thank you. Okay. Which topic were most highlighted in the exam?
People.
People, stakeholder communication, team, agile.
Yeah, the combination of everything, people. It was, in my case, it was actually people and process centric exam. And few were related to business integration, but in my case, I observed that it was people and process or centric exam.
People or process centric exam. Okay, perfectly fine. Okay. How many drag and drop questions?
One drag and drop, one that bar graph, one bar graph. I remember that question even that is the only question I remember. That was the easiest one from 180 question. So one bar graph, one drag and drop. Yeah, that's it. No formula questions.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I want you to make at least 10 question answers, which we'll be using in the next PMP marathon. You know how important these PMP marathons.
Yes, yes,
Yes, and we will be using that in the next PMP marathon, at least 10 questions. Okay.
sure.
Ali, how important it is for everybody to do the root cause analysis?
It is, I mean, I really do not have words to share the importance. It is as important as you follow what Amir, asks you to follow. It is as important as you follow the mocks. This technique of root cause analysis will help you evaluate yourself. Where do you stand? Will help you learn those things where you have not, what you have not learned yet. This root cause analysis is like, is going to be your teacher, I would say. It helps you learn new things. You use your brain, whatever information you have there, and at the end you try to write that down in your words. Since I in my office I work in the capacity of assistant manager, so I've learned this, that when you share information with someone else, that is when you end up retaining that information for the rest of your life. So root cause analysis is sharing your information on the Excel file, and that is when you somehow end up retaining that information in your mind. I mean, this is very important. That is indeed a frustrating process, that you do root cause analysis. If it takes you, maybe for 60 questions, if it takes you 70 minutes to solve it, it will take you 2 or maybe 3 hours to do the root cause analysis. But trust me, that is equally important as solving the mocks.
Mm. As solving the mocks. Okay. Okay. He mentioned about the follow-up. So how would you put into that context? How has been the follow-up uh, for 3 years, then specifically last 2 months?
For first 3 years, I'm embarrassed. I was
But
at fault.
but
However,
you see, as I said it on there, I never stopped following up with you, right? I never stopped following up with you. Is that true?
absolutely, sir.
Even this
Absolutely.
is an important thing. 3 years, I never
Three
stopped
years.
following. Let's go to the last 2 months. How the last 2 month follow-up was?
So for last 2 months, ha. Okay, let me tell you. For example, if I inform Mohit that in next 24 hours you are going to get this update from me, at the 19th hour he sends me a message saying what is the update. This was the level of follow up. And follow up is something that keeps reminding you that you have to work on yourself. That is the reason you started this journey of yours, right?
Mm.
So you have to be patient. Actually, in cases of follow ups, the other person, your mentor, has to be more patient, right? Because people like me, we have every a lot of things going in our life, and we get annoyed so easily. It seems like they have more importance for you to become PMP. This is the level of follow we get from Amir Sab, you from Mohit I get. They think that for myself becoming a PMP is more important. So this is the level of follow up that I got from Mohit, and at 90% of the times I try to stay calm, composed, and try to answer as better as I can. And 10% of the times, me being human, I give the shortest answer, saying give me some time, things along those lines. Do never ghost these your mentors. Never ghost your mentors. If you have anything, whatever you have in your life going on, just let them know. And trust me, they are humans like us. They want us to be a PMP more, I think, more than we want to become PMP. They want us to become PMP. So trust the process, work with them as closely as you can. This is all I would say, sir.
Thank you.
I just followed the process. I appreciated the follow up. At 10% of the times, I didn't like it, but I appreciated it. It was in my favor. It was for me. Mohit was doing it for me. So I had to understand it, and I had to accept it, and then I had to respond it accordingly.
Hmm. Thank you very much. Any question, Mohit, that you may have?
Yeah, because I see a few people are there in the call, so I would, ask you, Ali, how did you exactly stay motivated throughout the journey?
That is a very good question. Thank you for asking me, sir. In my case, I have never been motivated from any other thing other than myself. For me, one is greater than zero. That is what matters, right? You are at certain point today. You have to be a little better from what you are today. So at all times, I compete with myself. I am a self-motivated individual. I mean, see my journey. It started back in 2021. I called Amir Saab. Then again, 2023, I reached out to Amir Saab. Then 2025, I reached out to Amir Saab. My point is, if you think that you need a motivation, in my humble opinion, that motivation is going to be temporary. You have to be self motivated. You have to do it for your own self, either to excel in your career or to be a good human. Because see, whatever knowledge you get, this is going to be usable for you at a lot of times, not exactly in your career. For example, we say that diversity is a thing, respect everyone. That is what exactly project management says. It is a people centric thing. It talks about processes. People is the most important thing. So motivation, if you are looking for certain motivation, that you are feeling low and you need some motivation, that is going to be temporary. Spend 5-10 minutes, maybe 15-30 minutes with yourself, and see how much time you spend during the day, which is of no use, right? I am 34 years as we speak, and when I compare my past years, I literally feel embarrassed about the fact that I could have done better. However, there is that famous saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is today. So you have to start working on it regardless of where do you stand today.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
I
Well
like
said.
I like what you said, and it's beautiful. You can become a motivational speaker maybe after that. Ali, okay, thank you very much, Ali,
Thank
for
you, sir.
and it has been an awesome journey working with you throughout that. Send me a good picture of you. Varis, iPhone, Kashif, anyone has any question they would like to ask to Ali? No question.
Yes, sir, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Yes, Ali, how much agile questions come, sir?
A lot of agile questions, sir. It's
Any idea like a percentage, 50%?
I would say around 50%, 50-60%.
Fine.
Ali, send me a good picture. Thank you very much for this
Sure.
beautiful journey. I will be posting it and I wish you best of